All right, Gemini, this reading is for you. Let's see what your overall energy is for the month of February. What is the overall energy for the month of February? All right, you have the Knight of Cups for the overall energy. What is the crossing energy? All right, so guys, I'm gonna start on Instagram. I'm gonna do a continuing of this video that is gonna break down the weeks of the month. If you want to watch it, you can go over my Instagram. It's gonna be on the subscription side. So the subscription is just $10. I think it's $9.99 or whatever, but it's $10 for the month, and you'll have access to all of the readings. So you'll have for every sign that you can see what the breakdown is for the week. Okay, what is the crowning energy? Okay. Crowning energy. And what is the challenge? All right, Gemini. All right, so we have for the overall energy, you have the Knight of Cups. I love the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is all about a proposal, a challenge that's getting ready to come in. So the overall energy is good. Let's see if the clarifier is going to give us a little bit more deeper meaning of what is it that's getting ready to come in for us for the month of February. Let's see what is coming in. This is like the longest part, shuffling the cards. Okay, this too many. Come on, what it is? Thank you, Goon. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you, Ancestors. All right, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about a change. This is a really good card. I like the Wheel of Fortune because it talks about the next season. And so it's saying like, look, Gemini, if you've been going through a hard time, it's things are getting ready to change. So it's like if you've been struggling, a proposal is getting ready to come in. An offer is getting ready to come in. Now, if things have been good for you, then a challenge is getting ready to present itself. And so it's like, remember, both cycles are important. It's like when these challenges and these storms come, this is the time that we get to develop our character. This is when we learn what spiritual gifts and everything is inside of us. This is where we learn how to connect with the ancestors and the orishas. Everything cannot be good. And this is such a dual message because remember, this is a general reading. And so it literally is representing the both. It's saying that if you're going through a good time, Gemini, then it's time for you to prepare for a challenge that's getting ready to come in. And if you're going through a bad time, you need to prepare for things to be good. And so this is a message that can apply for every single Gemini because this is the circle of life, is that we got to go through both seasons. We got to go through the good just as well as going through the bad. You have as your crossing energy, you have the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups remind us of the past. The Six of Cups is all about the past. And so with this being the crossing energy, it's like with the good, if you getting ready to go through a season of good, it's like, don't let the past hold you back. It's like, don't keep reflecting on what used to be, reflect on what's getting ready to come. And if this is a season for you to receive a challenge, it's the same thing. It's like, don't get in a defeated mindset where it's like, as soon as something happened, oh, God don't like me. Oh, God is trying to punish me, and all of this other stuff, instead of realizing that we have to go through both seasons. And that's why I said, like, these bad seasons, they're not really intended to be bad, but it's intended to teach us a lesson. And the lesson is, even when I go through the bad, my ancestors are still on fire and still on point, and they're still going to protect me and guide me. Even when I go through the bad, my Orishas are still going to listen to me, and they are still going to deliver me so that I will be able to get through this thing. And see, once you become to a point that you are used to the seasons, that's when even in the bad, you will not be affected and you will not be moved, because you learn how to be calm in the middle of a tornado. The crowning energy. Your crowning energy is the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is all about material trouble and failure. And you have it paired with the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is all about success and advance. And so this is definitely talking about the ones that are going through a bad season, is that like the Five of Pentacles is getting ready to be removed. You're not going to be going through this trouble and stuff for long. It's time for you to go through some success. You have the Queen of Wands in reverse on the challenge position. And the Queen of Wands, it represents, being sympathetic. It represents being charming, loving, practical, being an understanding person, knowing your worth. And so with the Queen of Wands being in reverse, it's like, okay, Gemini, this is really a challenge for you, that you need to get back into that good energy of being optimistic, sympathetic. It's time for you to once again to put on that charm that you possess and that loving energy. It's time for you to be practical and understanding. And it's probably because of this storm that you have been going through that you have allowed your light to be dimmed. But your challenge is saying, look, it's time for you to start back getting into that place and letting your vibration rise, because things are about to happen. And the one thing about it is that when things happen, we do have the power and the authority to say, you know what? No, thanks. I'll rather stay in this mood. But with the Wheel of Fortune being the challenge, it's saying that it's time for a new season. So you have to be willing to allow this change to occur, Gemini. All right, I'm going to go ahead and break down what's going to be for the week. If you want to see that video, you can go ahead and subscribe on Instagram. And it's only going to be $10 for the month. And you are able to see every video. All right, guys. So if you want to see more, you can go ahead and hop on my Instagram. It's Rashad King 2017.